Việt Nam mình hồi xưa đâu có nghèo. Thằng nhỏ nhỏ thời quỷ thì quỷ nó phá chứ. Quỷ nó cũng có lực lượng, nhưng mà lực lượng nhỏ, lực lượng local, lực lượng địa phương á, chút thôi, mình chút là hết liền, thấy chưa? Còn thời thượng đế tối cao thì cái lực lượng nó vô cùng vĩ đại, lực lượng nó không bờ không bến, cho nên khó nói với người địa cầu quá à, khó nói ha, họ không biết, cái quan niệm sai lầm một chút là nó cực như vậy đó, nó khổ, mà kéo theo cả một nước hết đó, kéo theo cả một dân tộc mà đau khổ hưng vong, chứ đâu phải nhà cầm quyền không đâu, phải không? Bất cứ cái nước nào mà có tai nạn ha, có tai nạn, có kinh tế sụp đổ ha, đời sống của người dân đau khổ, đó là cũng do người cầm quyền hết. Nhà cầm quyền làm cực khổ cho dân, chứ không có trời đất nào phạt gì mà giữ vậy hết, được chưa? Tại nhà cầm quyền á là cái mình thế thiên hành đạo á, để lo lắng cho dân, mà làm trật á là kéo theo hết cả đám. Trong thánh kinh có nói á, vua David á, biết không? David, ổng làm sai cái chuyện gì đó mà thượng đế phạt luôn cả một dân tộc, nhớ không? Bắt ổng phải chọn lựa đó, phạt nguyên cả một nước á. Nhiều khi cái nước nào mà có thiên tai hạn hán nhiều là do người cầm quyền ở đó không có anh minh, không có đi theo cái chế độ sáng suốt, không có đi theo cái hào quang của trời Phật, mà đi theo hào quang hắc ám của thần của quỷ á, những người cấp bậc thấp. Thí dụ như ở trong cái xã hội nhiều khi mình coi phim mình thấy không, một chút nữa có trà hả? Đúng rồi trà.
Dạ chút xíu
Chút nữa có trà. Này Singapore chỗ rồi mấy người Singapore đi rồi hả? Ok. Đây. Mấy người đó 1 giờ phải đi, còn quý vị 4 giờ mà hả? Dạ. Có thì giờ. Quý vị coi phim hoặc là coi chuyện, nhiều khi có chuyện thật ở trong xã hội không? Coi thí dụ có 2 phe đánh nhau, một phe tà phe chánh hả? Rồi có nhiều người làm việc chung với mấy người tà đó, phải không? Như bữa hôm trước sư phụ ấy, quý vị không có nhà cho coi cái phim á, những cái tên mà làm việc cho bên tà đó thì nó cũng có lương có bổng vậy, nó cũng theo, nó cũng phải nịnh hót ông chủ nó thì cũng được, nhưng mà cuối cùng đổ bể rồi ông chủ không giết tụi nó luôn, đặng mà bịt miệng á, đặng mà bảo vệ cái thân của một mình ông. Tại vì những người bộ hạ nó biết hết những cái kế hoạch của ông á, chưa bây giờ đổ bể ra rồi thì ông phải giết hết tụi nó. Là việc cho tà là nó như vậy. Trong cái nước hoặc là trong một cái chế độ nào cũng vậy, nếu mình làm việc cho quỷ ma thì cũng vậy, trước sau thì nó cũng hại mình. Còn làm việc cho trời Phật là lúc nào cũng cứu mình, nó khổ như vậy. Mình thấy những cái chuyện ở trước mắt ở trong xã hội, mình có thể học được đạo lý cao siêu hơn, chứ không cần phải nói thêm nhiều những cái chuyện mà khó chứng minh, thấy chưa? Làm việc cho những cái phe tà đó, những cái phe mà bắt chánh đó, thấy không? Nhiều khi đụng việc rồi là nó giết mình rồi nó chạy á, tại vì nó không có đạo đức, không có tình cảm gì cả, không có ân nghĩa gì hết, chỉ vì tiền thôi, hoặc là vì địa vị thôi. Còn những người mà có đạo đức với nhau là họ làm vì nhân nghĩa với nhau, vì lòng thương với nhau họ làm, họ có nể nang với nhau, chưa? Họ có thương yêu với nhau, cho nên nhiều khi họ có thể hy sinh tiền chứ không có thể hy sinh bạn bè được. Còn cái bên tà đó thì nó hy sinh bạn bè, nó vốn đâu có bạn bè gì đâu, hợp với nhau nó làm đặng mà cho cái kế hoạch nó thành mà thôi. Cái khi mà kế hoạch không thành, nó sợ đổ bể rồi nó phải giết mấy cái người kia đặng bịt miệng á, đặng bảo vệ cái mạng sống của nó. Cho nên làm việc với chánh với tà thì mình cũng phải bỏ hết sức mình ra mà thôi hả. Nhưng mà làm việc phe chánh thì nó có bảo vệ, nó có vĩnh viễn những cái sự bảo hộ, và nó có những cái ân tình với nhau ha. Mình không sợ họ phản bội. Chứ còn làm cho phe tà là khi mà đụng tới quyền lợi của họ là họ giết mình. Nó nói có hỏa nhiều quá, nó cho uống nước chanh đặng nó cái này là nghiệp chướng cái đâu á, sức thuốc gì cũng không hết, tao uống gì cũng không có nhầm, ta kệ uống cho vui. Thành ra nhiều khi sư phụ có những cái bệnh kỳ quặc hả? Đàn ông cái mặt thiệt là đẹp, nó da mịn màng á, sinh mụn lên không biết từ đâu đưa đến. Không có gì khác, nó muốn mọc nó mọc vậy đó, nó mai mốt rồi nó hết. Chứ sư phụ đâu có ăn uống đồ gì nóng lắm đâu mà sinh mụn đâu, không có. Ăn uống cũng ít, ngày một bữa hoặc là 1 bữa rưỡi 2 bữa thì thôi là nhiều nhất. Đâu có ăn bậy ăn bạ, nó chocolate này kia nọ, chocolate đâu có ăn bậy bạ mấy cái đồ gì đâu, ít khi lắm, lâu lâu có đại khách này kia ăn chút thôi, không bao giờ ăn những cái đồ lặt vặt á. Chứ mà ăn 1 bữa là 1 bữa, 2 bữa là 2 bữa thôi, không có ăn lặt vặt, không có uống lặt vặt nữa. Penicillin thôi kệ nó, từ từ nó xuống hả. Uống mấy cái đó mạnh quá vậy. Penicillin sát trùng hả?
Dạ, uống 1 gói.
Uống 1 gói.
Gói uống trong lần uống.
4 ngày tự nhiên nó tiêu khỏi cần uống. Đúng mà phải đợi tới 4 ngày thì ta khỏi thèm uống. Tưởng uống nó tiêu liền 4 giờ thì ta uống ngay thì còn hy sinh chút. 4 ngày tự nhiên nó cũng tiêu, phải không? Còn không uống ngày 4 lít như kiểu Hồng. Bây giờ còn uống hoài hả? Uống da đẹp thiệt cái. Có make up không? Có anh tí nè, nhưng mà da đẹp thiệt chứ hả? Nó ngày uống 4 lít á. Người nào muốn da đẹp như nó uống 4 lít nha. Uống phình bụng à. Họ uống đẹp thiệt hả? Hả? Uống 5 lít chắc còn đẹp hơn rồi nha.
Chắc 2 ngày tụi con đi chơi bị mũi đốt quá rồi.
Cho sư phụ sưng mặt hả? Đâu thấy ai bị đốt gì đâu. Mà ngứa nữa nhá. Vậy hả? Hèn chi. Vậy hả? Không có cái mùng hả? Mùng mà vẫn có mũi hả? Mũi nó chung vô trong mùng hả? Phải rồi, mũi Đài Nam nổi tiếng. Quên. So what to do? Hãy biểu ham đi chơi. Thôi kệ đi cho biết chứ, cho biết mũi chứ. Đi chơi cho biết mũi. Vậy không có gì đặc biệt, mũi nó bự. Cái ống hút của nó như ống tim mà hả? Sợ chưa? Giống bị mũi căng hả? Ngứa nữa chứ, ngứa nữa. Sư phụ đâu thường đâu bị mũi đâu. Mà đâu bị tới mức vậy đâu. Sao không đâu bị đâu, cứ sức hả? Nó trừ cái mặt ra hả? Vậy là cũng có ân tình lắm á chứ hả? Biết cái mặt săn sóc kỹ không có dám cắn hả?
Đậy lại bằng cái bao bự luôn.
Dùng bao bố đậy lại hả?
Chết cái thân chứ không cho chết cái mặt.
Chết thân nhau chứ. Đầu đuôi con cái mặt đâu có để được, phải không? Đang ngồi đó có cầu sư phụ không? Mũi cắn cầu sư phụ nó lại chích sư phụ cho rồi. Hèn chi mặt tôi nổi mụn tùm lum mà tự nhiên nổi mụn kia ấy. Có bao giờ nổi như vậy đâu. Có nổi là cũng 1-2 cái thôi. Mà chút xíu hết liền, nó nhầm đầy chân rồi. Hả?
Nó xếp hàng như là nhà binh.
Trăm hoa đua nữa.
Cái này như là meeting.
Meeting à? Đâu có thấy đâu. Mặt cũng đen giống là không thấy gì chứ. Người nào trắng rồi mới thấy rõ. Cái đúng lúc này cái mặt sư phụ nó cũng trắng lên nữa, thành ra cái mục nó nổi lên một cách rõ rệt sao? Trăm hoa đua nữa hả? Thôi không có gì đâu.
You know, to see people is a kind of troublesome. Even my car yesterday went berserk. I nearly hit all the trees in the forest. Yesterday, I never did it before. Even the first day, I drove it nicely. So many people yesterday. I'm not license I couldn't drive. Daisy, you be careful. If you're eating, Simon car, you never take any car. Now be careful. I have no license.
I know, and I'm on the back here, so please.
Alright?
Yes, I'm okay.
Be careful, young man.
I'm okay. I'll hold on.
Oh, your mama is.
You see, you don't know. You're on my way. Okay, look at me.
Sitting it at the same time, it's a wilderness. No, you can't.
This kind of thing, if you put outside, is kaput. We don't buy things just to let it rot, no? They are rotten. Rattan chair, and if you put them in the sun and the rain, it will go bad. I think the monks, you have to put a sign here. No permission to buy any material things for master, okay? We did that in Taiwan, but still they sneakily throw things in front of my door without names. So I cannot scold anybody. I don't know who that is. Makes trouble for us, We live very simple. We don't need so many things, okay? My clothes are okay because I can put them on my body. They take up no space. But if you buy me so beautiful furniture and all that, I don't know how to deal with them. You see my tables? Movable tables? Yeah. Beautiful. Everywhere I go, I have an immediate furniture at no cost. No problem. Even my chair is not necessary. You can give me any fruit box and cover it with a cloth and I'm satisfied. I'm not here very long. I'm not here to bother about these things, okay? Accept everything. Accept every necessary thing. It's not necessary. We already have not enough space. You know that, huh? You see the books even are standing outside. So how can we make a place for furniture? What for? Nobody sits on the chair here. They only sit on the cushions. They are the Buddhas. Buddhas don't sit on the chair, no? This is a bad habit. Drinking beer. Without alcohol. You see, if we have a lot of furniture, we have to be slave for them. Clean them, wash them, everything. I have some, just enough. A few chairs, enough for some individual interview sometimes. But mostly when people come in hundreds, we cannot provide chairs for them. And what for? If you provide it here, and then when you go to the forest, you don't have any, and you can't just be fixed in the room forever. It's not nice for you, right? We have a lot of trees, and it's beautiful. You should walk around and sit somewhere, wherever you like. You can't just bring a chair in our pocket all the time, right? Any rock we can sit on, huh? A cushion or a piece of cloth and put it anywhere we can sit. Most of the people live a very complicated life. Therefore, their life is miserable because they spend a lot of time to work to earn money. And then they spend a lot of money for their unnecessary things. So try to think next time when you go shopping whether you truly need these things or not. And then you will see how much you save. Whenever you want to buy something, and then you can have enough willpower not to buy it, and you still can survive, then make a score. See how much money you have saved, and at the end of the year, you can reward yourself with a Nobel Prize. A lot of money saved. That's how I built many centers in only 3 years, and running around the world lecturing at the same time. And you know how much it costs when you go on lecture with a lot of crew and equipment. Because I only spend what's necessary and never spend when it's not necessary, even 1 penny not. If it's worth it, I spend millions, hundreds of thousands, no problem. We can donate hundreds of thousands or millions of US dollars for the outsiders, not even initiated. I don't even know them. I don't even show up there to see who got it and who did not. Don't even show up. But when it comes to unnecessary things, I don't even spend $1. And we try to do whatever we can. For example, whatever we can do, then we do it. Because the money you save is also the money you earn. That's how we are very economically stable. That's how we don't need to ask money from anyone. You know why many people are scared of religious organizations? Because they go around with the caps, collecting money. And even if they don't do that, they give people pressure, talking about that and hinting people and always asking, so people get scared to go into the religious organizations. I only know most of the teachers who teach the path of light and sound, they don't collect money. And many others, they do. And even they always say they don't have enough. Don't have enough money. How can you not have enough money? I don't understand that. Before we have all these things started, even when I was not famous, I did not have donations, you see. So we didn't have any land to stay. We rented one house. Because at that time, I wasn't very famous, all right? But there were some people who smelled something and came to me. So I had about a few dozen monks, We rented a house together and we lived together there. At that time, we even shared the bathroom together. And my disciples, they didn't even know much about manners. When I went into the bathroom, they kept their watch all the time. And when I came out, I was uncomfortable. And they just kept winking at each other, They said, it takes so long, something like that. And it was my private bathroom, and I shared it with them. They have another one downstairs. But I thought, okay, there are more people than me, so never mind. The woman can use with me, and the man use downstairs. And it was my generosity that made a fool out of myself. They kept watching like that and winking at each other. Can you believe it? Anyhow, because I'm too democratic. That's what it is. Anyhow, so we rented that house, but then suddenly, and that house is the same like this kind of place, smaller. Same in a way that it has not been sold for 5 years, and all the ghosts live in it. Just like when the monks first came here, all the ghosts play fool with them for many days, yeah? And they were so scared. Now no more ghosts. They are liberated. Gone to the astral world to meditate. So So when that house was rented by us for a year or something, and then suddenly they were able to sell it. And they sold it without telling us one word. And we offered to buy it before that, and they didn't sell it to us. And they sold it to another person, probably for more money. So then we had to go out. Now, what to do? Go into the street? No. I let the monks and nuns go around, and we found a beautiful river, which is for the public. And then we parked there, camped there. And we drank from the water filtered by the cloth that we wore. We used a thick cloth to filter it and cook it. And we eat it, and we had campfire every day. And we had fantastic fun. And there was a big lake next to the river, and we swim there every day. That's where I taught the monks and the nuns to swim. Yen, she could swim. But at that time she couldn't. I taught her, and she was the champion of all the students. Yeah, she was very fast and could swim very far. And another one, she drink water all the time. She was a little bit fat and clumsy. And in Chinese astrology, she belonged to the chicken, you know. I think they just flap around in the water and drink a lot of water. And then so sometimes I had to throw the life-saving wheels for her. And I went out myself alone because I saw her flapping all the time with her wings, you know. And one nearly got drowned. Water about that deep and get drowned. Out of panic, got drowned. And I had to pick her up, and she was wet like a chicken in the rain. So we stayed next to the riverside, and we had no problem, except a little bit of noise, because that is next to a kind of tourist resort. And people came there on weekends, on holidays, and made a lot of noise, you know, the microphones. And so I had to enjoy all their noise. The crackers that they light for festival days, or New Year's Day, weekend day, or any days. But we were okay on that riverside. And by the way, I still went out and lectured. At that time, I began to get requests from disciples to lecture. Of course, the audience was not like now, huh? It used to be about 300, 400 at the most, at that time. Because we didn't know how to advertise. We didn't do anything. It just came with very little circulation. And in the evening, they would get initiation by the riverside, under the moonlight. They have to write the initiation form and answer all very strict questions. It was stricter than now. When you are raising cattle and all that, you're not allowed to come in. Very strict. For livestock, you know, for killing, not allowed to come in. At that time, I wasn't, you know, very enthusiastic about this job. So I didn't want to do it. And so if I had to, you know, it was just kind of, okay, you take it or you leave it. You know? No pampering of any kind. So very strict, yes. So they all meditated, and you know, we meditate in the morning, evening, in the riverside, and then we get initiation there. It's alright. We started to get disciples even. No house, no land, nothing. Just on the riverside. That's how we began our business. And I still don't take donation from disciples. When we were in that house, we had service every Sunday, and many people came to that house. It was packed. And I used to plant vegetables and sell it to them, to the guests, if they wanted. So we get some money enough to eat. And the house was so cheap because it was a ghost house. Actually, they should pay us to stay there. Yeah, they used to want to pay one housekeeper to stay there. But after we wanted to rent it, they rented to us kind of nothing price, you understand? Because the grass grew into the living room, inside the bathroom. And you have to fight inside the jungle to find every piece of brick, you know. And we clean from top to bottom. We wash the ceiling and the roof, everything. It was so dirty. and all kinds of garbage inside. Bottles, and broken ghosts and all that, all over places. So actually they were glad that we took it. And they were right, because after we took it for a few months, they sold it. Double the price. They couldn't sell it before. This house before was nothing compared to the house we used to live in the first time we rented it. Grass already grew into the house, so high. No door. This house has still a door. And the bathroom was still intact, even though dirty, and the toilet was not in use, no water, but still we can fix it. But that house was completely a jungle. And because the price was so cheap and we didn't have any place, and my growing disciples, even that time, the percentage was growing very fast. I didn't know where to put them, the monks. So I had to quickly rent a house. Otherwise, before I didn't have to, I could just stay one place after another with the disciples, or stay in the temple, clean the floor and get my pocket money. Yeah, in Taiwan, if you stay in the temple and you become a monk, you can have your pocket money, 500 NT. It's about how much? $50? $20 per month. Yeah, and you can buy vegan chocolates, goodies with it, and that's all. Then you eat in the temple. Yeah, no problem really. To be a monk in Taiwan is very safe, and people even respect you. All right. Anyhow, so I had to find a place to put all these monks, nuns that hang around me. At that time, I was also very generous. Anyone comes wants to be monk and nun. Okay, save yourself, save yourself, and then just do what we do, and whatever we have, the money we share with each other. And even my clothes, I had to share with them. I didn't have that many clothes, and I didn't have clothes for monks, so I give them what I had. Anyhow, that's the first place we had, and then we didn't have any more place. It's so we live next to the river. In Taiwan, the monk's conception is that you should have no possession, no job. You should live on alms. And I don't think we should make useless zombie out of ourselves. No? Huh? Otherwise our mind goes kaput. Huh? If we can, we use it, huh? Might as well, huh? We have it. We use them. If we don't have them, fine, but we have them. Use them, huh? Already given, why not use it? Why let it rot? What for, huh? So we use our brain, our mind, our hands, our everything, just to beautify the world and help other people, huh? Not because we want money, we want fame, or we want position, but since we have ability, and since we are more enlightened, we have even more ability to work. So why should we rot ourselves? Therefore, all our monks and nuns have to work. It's not because of the money, it's just the self-reliance and the self-discipline, self-respect that we have to keep. And dignity, huh? A dignity that we have to keep. Now, that's why I told them, all of them have to work. Even just to do anything, you understand, it's not the money that we want, it's just they have to occupy themselves. Otherwise their mind will be rotten, think of all kinds of evil things. And we give in to the sensual demand of the body even. If we have nothing to do and no striving, understand, for survival, then our body will start to make a terrible demand on us. Sometimes it doesn't help. It doesn't help. You can't meditate 24 hours a day. No. Huh? Then your legs become jelly. I couldn't even walk. And then people have to lift you by a cart. That is not a recommendation. Well, I guess I'm too revolutionary, I know, but you see the clothes I wear, then you know. Have you seen any nun like that? But I am no nun. I'm none. I don't need to be a nun forever, okay? Inside, enough. I have to go above monkhood in order to be liberated. Yes. It means you know what you are, huh? Go above. All right, now. Then we went into the riverside, huh? And then we lived there. And we didn't have even one tent for one monk. You know the tents you have now are luxurious. They're more expensive than the square tents that we bought at that time. And a square tent, 4 persons lived inside, small one. It's made for 4 persons. Actually, yes. But for them to live every day like that, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But anyhow, we didn't have enough, so much money to waste for 1 month, 1 tent. I had about 20 already at that time. So you know what kind of economic situation we were in when I was beginning. Because I didn't care for money, you understand? I was used to being alone and I don't use much. But since they just ran to me, and then that's how they caused me trouble. Then I had to begin to think of tent and all that, otherwise before I didn't. Anyhow, before we went into the tent business, I told my disciples, look like we're going to have to go for a tent, because we have nowhere to stay now. We couldn't buy land so fast, and it costs a lot of money, and I don't want to take money from the lay disciples. So one of the would-be nuns at that time, she said, what? You mean we're going to live like gypsies? How am I to tell my friends that my master is a gypsy? Wow. She was so hurt. And I said, all right, if you don't want to be a gypsy, then you go home. Be one of the people on the street. Just the same. Anyhow, she considered somehow and she didn't go home. All right. She said to me, we have to build a temple, have to have a big land, and then we have to have a name on it. Because everybody asks me, what is your temple? And I don't know how to tell them. We don't even have a name. I said, we don't even have a temple. The name of the temple. They like to belong to something. Prestige, a name. And I tell you the truth, even now, most of the centers that I have bought have no name on them. Because all the disciples know where I live before I even tell them. And all the non-disciples don't need to know where I live. So what's the use of the name, right? The name here is a small one. I just discovered they wrote it very small like this, like a stripe on the house over there. You couldn't even see it. That's the only one that we have name. In Taiwan, the headquarters, you don't have any name. You just drive into the gate. We have one gate and you drive in and you know. And I don't need to drive name because all of you know where I live before I even know. Is that not so? I cannot escape from you. Never mind, I have to write names. Therefore, we don't need a name. Even now we don't have names on our gates. It's just for bureaucracy. Now that we have to deal a lot with governments and that. So we have to have letterheads and name and all that. Otherwise, we don't need it even. I want to tell you all this just because to offer to you a new outlook on life, how to live simple but happy, and how to live on small amount of finance but have everything. So slowly, I see the need of the disciples, and I have to kind of make more handicrafts work and teach them to work more, and then so we earn a little bit more money now. And so we start to build all these things. They just come by chance, you see, and we cook and all that and everything. All the monks work together, and I was very good at business, I thought, at one time. Yes, I bought a lot of wholesale stuff, wholesale cloth, winter and summer, which they left in the storehouse a long time and they couldn't sell them from last season or something like that, and they sold them to us very cheap, and we make them into many things and sell them, understand, even cheaper than the market price outside, but still it earns a lot of money for us. And in that case we earned some money very fast at one time because we need it at that time, and that's it. And then I sold all my clothes and my shoes and my everything, and auction, not antique but auction. And see who got the most and then get them. They love to have my clothes for souvenir. So I sold everything, and then we had some money to buy the first land, and that's it. And that's how we started, and everything comes like this. Now, even then, even if I earn the money so fast, but if I spend it the way ordinary people do outside, I would never have enough. But we spend wherever we must. I'm not a stingy person. It's not the same. I'm very generous. Concerning food and clothing and comfort for disciples, I would choose the best for them. But when it comes to not necessary things, I don't even spend one penny. Whatever we can do ourselves, we do it. And that's where we save money. Because we are young and able, and we have a lot of creative talent. Why should we hire outside people who are very intelligent but not very intelligent, and who ask for a lot of money for a lousy job? And concrete floor and square houses and things like that is not very beautiful things they offer for a very high price. And they make a lot of noise, and they come in inconvenience hours, and they make a long project out of a short thing. Therefore, we do most of the things ourselves. We even build toilet ourselves, bathroom ourselves, the way we want. And in the period of time that we want. So we accomplish everything in 2-3 days, 2-3 weeks. For example, the big hall that housed at that time about 3,000 people. We accomplish it in about 3 weeks. And all the gazebos in Taiwan that are made of stone, and the stone lamp and everything like that, we accomplish it in a few days. And the river in 3 days. 0.5 kilometer long river, winding river, and different tiers for 3 days, with all the rocks and sand and cement and everything, and trees planted as well. It's about at least 1 hectare, the region, the area of that river and trees and everything, 1 hectare at least. And we brought everything in 3 days, just because we work the way we want, and as long as we want, and at our convenience, and we put effort together and do things very fast. Therefore, I have a lot of time for you, not because I don't have work, but I work very fast. And I work the way I work, not the way outside people work. And it's easy for me to just wave my fingers and tell the workers to come here and do the parking for you, and do the toilet for you, and build my new house for me. But no, I just pitch on a tent, and the bathroom the monks build for me. I tell them how to do it, and I do it very fast, few hours. No problem. What can you do with a bathroom? You can only bath in it, and you don't take more than 1 hour at a time, provided you stand in there and make all the makeup. 1 hour, that's all. In 1 day, 2 hours maybe. And what do you do with a bigger toilet or luxurious toilet? So I told them to put 4 wooden poles in the 4 sides and the roof on it, and then cover it with canvas. Finished. All right? And I could do everything inside that's necessary for the human comfort right now. And a room, you can only stay inside and live inside. So whatever room is okay. As long as it's not windy, it doesn't hurt you, and you have enough privacy, that's enough. So I just live in a tent. It's easy for me as a master to make demands on you. Even if I don't have money, I can demand you to build a house for me. Or even a wooden house or some house or a bathroom for me. You would do it for me. But I don't want to trouble you. Why? I am intelligent, independent, creative. I can look after myself. If I cannot look after myself, how would I look after you and the world? Even if one person's personal comfort I cannot look after, how would I boast about looking after you or anyone else? Right? That's why we should not go and bow to these local ghosts and the spirits of the trees and that, because these are dependent on a higher hierarchy. Or hierarchy? Hierarchy, yes. English is crazy. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's here. Meeting and meat is all the same. To meet you and to eat meat is the same. I don't know. Sometimes it's crazy, huh? It's easy, but it's not. They put a lot of traps to know you are a foreigner or not. And that was the diplomacy of the English. So now, and then all the monks, I get them the tents, the same height, same width as mine, to have them a little bit comfortable, because they will live there long. If you just come here for a few days, it's okay to have a small tent, because you don't stay there all day. But the monks, they live here longer, and they should be more comfortable. And now I leave them inside there and live with me. Oh, they loved it. They don't want to come back here again. And before they fight to live here, Here it should be an office only because it's too noisy. And if they live inside there and everybody walk around all the time, walk on top of the pillow and on top where they lay their head and all that, it's not nice. And walk around and toilet next to their nose is not really a diplomatic thing to do. Therefore, I said to them, okay, don't fight with them over the toilet. We go inside there and I give you each one private toilet, okay? And that's what we do. Each one has one toilet, bathroom free of charge and plenty full of room. Oh, why bother about a little hole here? Very easy and simple. But it's just you have to know how to organize your life and live a very happy and simple life. They were happy since they were there. So happy. Everyone has their own room. Nobody walks on top of their pillows. And they can dig their own toilet, no problem. I tell them how to keep hygiene, understand? And disinfect and all that. Beautiful. You cannot live a better life than that. I just took 2 of the city girls into my tent, no? You liked it or not? And it wasn't really yet completely done the way I wanted because we didn't have time. We just had time to nail the tent on the floor and that's it, nothing more. We didn't even have time to make a big tent for them. Only the kitchen half done, you see? And the bathroom and the toilet, that was very essential and important. But otherwise we could make it better because there's so much wood that has fallen inside, which is very solid, and we can cut it and make fences around the house, around the kitchen, and the roof on top, that's all, and you're safe. The animals will not come in. When they see the fence around the house, they don't come in. And you have the roof for the rain and the snow. The roof is made of canvas, but that's not safe enough for snow. In the winter, I teach them to put wooden bars underneath of the canvas, so to support, and make the roof very stiff. And so it's hard and stiff on the snow will fall down. And they can stay there, no problem. With heat, with a stone stove, self-made, with a lot of stone inside. You can make a beautiful life. They don't even want to come out. They say they don't want to come out. If it's not for a duty there, they don't want to come out here. They say, what for? Heavy karma outside. They call you heavy karma. They say, oh, Master, I smell different karma when I was down there. I say, nonsense, you're illusion. I said, karma doesn't smell. But they were very cute. Some of them tried to avoid the karma by avoiding people. I said, it's okay, you have to go into the water in order to swim, to learn how to swim. But they say, okay, we go here to work, take turns to work here, and then we live inside there. It's okay, no problem. Why should we worry about property and houses and all that? Everywhere is different, of course, but still we can survive. A tent can last 3 to 5 years. Many tents that we use for the monks in Taiwan, including mine, is still lasting now, after 3 years. No problem. My tent is a little bit harder because they bought me some kind of army tent. But their tent is just an ordinary tent and it still lasts 3 years. So what they do is they can go and pick up those wooden blocks that people throw away after they use it for goods. Yeah, sometimes they throw away. And you nail it off the ground so to avoid the water and animals, people, insects and things like that. I put the tent on top and then you're in heaven. Just zip in and zip out. No cleaning, no worry, no nothing. Yeah? And here we are already in heaven. We have electricity and we have water. Water is already up. And electricity, you just draw the line in. It's already very lucky. When we were in Miaoli, at the headquarters of Taiwan, the first time, we didn't have that much electricity. We had some, but not enough for 200 monks and that. And then we had to apply many times with different reasons, because Taiwan, they restrict electricity. And we had no water there even. Little small taps for thousands of people. You must be joking. So we had to dig the well and build the water tank. Everything for people's comfort. And our comfort comes next. Otherwise, we would use all this money to build our house, build our room, build beautiful place for us, and build all the beautiful, even at least the office for us to work in. You know, like this is lousy office. You don't have a table for the monks or for me to work sometimes. So anyhow, but we are not uncomfortable with that because it's not the material that makes us happy. I truly know this all my life. I had riches and I had everything, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't as happy as I am now. I know how to live my life without the crowd. It's not that I don't know how. It's just that because you are happy, I'm happy. It's just because you came already, so I just help you and serve you. If you don't come, I wouldn't have bothered. But since you have come, I also would not throw you out. So I work according to the demand and circumstances, and that's all. Nothing I want and nothing I dislike. Whatever is there, I try to make the best. So I tell you this, so that it may help you in your daily life. And check your living expenses, and don't complain that you don't have enough money. It may be that you spend too much, and you don't organize your income and outcome. And that's how you're in trouble, you see? We have only to spend what we can. And what we can save, even 1 penny, $1, save it. And that's the money you earn extra. You don't need to go to have an extra job to earn money. You can save it. And that's how you earn. And we have more money to help other people just because I live in this way. I work in this way, and I understand. I control the financial situation and don't let the finance control me. That is the secret. I'm not extravagant. I will not waste or spend money when not necessary. I'm still the way I was. And the other day I'm still going around the house and thinking how to make more toilets out of that one. And do it ourselves. Because it's fun to do it yourself. Also, the money you save, you can help the more needy people. But sometimes most of the people in the world don't know how to help themselves. That's why they're in trouble. And therefore, you see, even the so-called religious people, many of them don't have money. Huh? You see, they keep always asking for donation, even though you went to see their churches are very big. Huh? And their cars, they have many expensive cars and that. But they still want money. Why? They build everything just in a luxurious way, and they don't know how to live a simple life. They think they have to impress people by expensive churches or furniture or the appearance of wealth, so to attract people to come, to feel proud of their church. But it's not true. You all came to me and I had nothing, in Taiwan even, and you came to our center. Before I told you this, you didn't even know that our property is paid off, and you didn't even know I have how much money. You didn't know this. And when you came to Taiwan, you just look like you came to maybe refugee camp or something. Huh? We have only the roof, very great, big one, and the big poles to support that roof, and no walls. See? That's the best way to build a temple. Huh? It's very hygienic, air-conditioned, natural, and no noise of opening and closing the doors. When you see about up to 10,000 people inside, even the best air conditioning is not good enough. You know what it's like when you walk into this room, when people already seated inside, right? Smells terrible, no? When the doors are closed. And even that hall is very tall and very big. But sometimes it's a smell even, because too many people. Always thousands of people, always packed inside and outside. Therefore, if we don't have doors and walls, it's the best thing in the world. So in the winter, they just cover themselves from top to bottom with the sleeping bag. So when you come inside, you only see sleeping bags. Covered with it and everything. And in summer, you see only mosquito nets. Each one. They invented everything to suit the circumstances. When you come inside, you see all kinds of things. You know, all kinds of hats. Mexican hat, Chinese hat, with the mosquito net cover on top of it. And they sit there just like Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Without the frame and frill. Beautiful, huh? And they leave all the mosquitoes for me to take care of. Because I don't have mosquito net. I couldn't bother to bring one every time I come down. So all the mosquitoes come to me for charity. I'm a blood bank. Occasionally. Anyhow, we have fun, yeah. Therefore, we don't need to have a lot to impress people and to live a happy life. I told you all this from my own experiences. How to live a happy life and don't depend on money. Money is the last thing you should depend on. I did not ask for all this fame and wealth. I only asked for God. And God gives me everything when necessary. Whenever I need something, ideas will come. Or it naturally comes. That is what we call God's blessing. Yeah? And always keep your independence and dignity intact. Yeah? Never ask for anyone's help except if you're in desperate situation concerning life and death. And that you would pay them back later, huh? Then it's alright. Better like that. To keep your dignity is more valuable than all the treasure of this world. If you lose it, nothing can buy it for you. And people won't respect us if we come to them for help. I know this from experience. Never ever train yourself in this kind of habit of relying on others. We have too much to this world and the society already since we were born. We were born naked, cold, empty-handed into this world, and we grow up so big, so intelligent, so well-equipped, well-clothed, well-fed. Who gives all this? Even though God gave it, but through people's cooperation and sweat and tears. You understand? That we have food, that we have shelter, that we have roads, that we have airplanes, trains, cars, every comfort that we have. We earn it, but we owe it to the society, to all the hard workers on the road, to all the laborers sweating in the manufactory with very little income. Even they earn income, but the debt, our gratitude to them should not be measured by money. Therefore, we have to contribute something as much as we can, just to be fair with each other. If everyone just sits there and doesn't work and rely on others for alms and for charity, what do you think the society will become? Do you think we will have food? Do you think we will have roads and clothes and everything else? Understand? So I cannot allow you, my disciples, to be such lousy citizens of the world, and don't blame me for that. All my monks understood this, and if they don't, I invite them to go home. So they know what struggle is like to be in the society when you have to work and earn money the ordinary way. Even though the monks who live with me work, but it's not under pressure. They work when they want. And it's not only for the money purpose, it's just for the productive quality from human to human. Also to keep our mind busy in a noble way and not in a destructive way. That's the purpose of working, you see. Also to keep our body and mental equilibrium in order. It is beautiful to work. I only regret sometimes that I'm too busy with you, that I don't have time to work in my creative talent. Sometimes I'm itching to use them. For example, sometimes I'm in the middle of a very busy lecturing schedule. I was so yearning to go to the riverside and paint something. But after, I tell myself, okay, later you can do it. But after the inspiration is gone. After that moment is gone. And I was so busy I couldn't go right away. Or sometimes I want to write a poem, for example. And then after the busy thing's gone, my inspiration is also gone. Or sometimes I want to create something, do some new handicraft. some artwork. And then I was too busy and with headaches and all that, many things. And then after I had free time, I forgot about it. And I have no inspiration, no desire to do that again. So I'm regretful that I could not sometimes work. Not regret that I have to work. To work for you like this is also a work, no doubt. But I think God gifted me with a lot of talent after I got some kind of enlightenment. So I think I want to put them all into use. Not just do one kind of work, like mental work, lecturing every day, and scolding people like that. It's not ladylike. That's why most of the masters in the world are men. Because when a man scolds people, they don't think anything. But when a woman scolds people, they say, oh, it's not very ladylike. And then people don't love you anymore. They think you're not feminine. Huh? But I am very feminine. Because I'm feminine, therefore I can scold. Without ego, without worrying about illusionary reputation and people's false praises and love. Yeah. Anyway, try. I think the purpose is just to try to understand what you need. Yeah? Therefore, if you buy so many furniture for me, don't get hurt if I don't accept it. If I need them, I would have bought them. It's okay, you buy me one. All right, I accept it. All right, but not the whole set of Hyatt Regency Hotels suite. No need for that. I need only one seat at a time. And other people, we have already seats. And if you want to provide 100 seats for people, then you have to provide a room as well to put them in. Here we throw people out even for the disciples, throw monks and masters out in the forest so that we have room for disciples. How would we invite this furniture in? Here the disciples are more important than the master even, never mind the furniture. Is that right? Yeah, I move into the forest, not because I love it so much that just a short time here I could not bear to live in a room, but because it's more convenient there, you know. When I live in there, if you make noise here, I don't hear. So I move in there so you're more free, yeah? And my room is supposed to be a private room. Now it became a public living room. So I can have guests, receive disciples, or some of the important people who come for refugees issues and things like that. So it becomes a public place, one more place for receiving guests. Otherwise, if it's my bedroom, well, I wouldn't like to invite people to come in all the time. My room is supposed to be a private room. Now it became a public living room. So I can have guests, receive disciples, or some of the important people who come for refugees issues and things like that. So it becomes a public place, one more place for receiving guests. Otherwise, if it's my bedroom, well, I wouldn't like to invite people to come in all the time. Because you don't know when they last washed their socks. And you don't know where they sat before they came to your room. And everybody came in and jumped on and sat next to me and like to sit on my sofa next to me and take photos and all that. And I'm very particular about cleanliness, you know that. So my bed is the only privacy that I have. 2 square meters, I guess. That's the only private place that I have. That's why I keep it clean, and I hate people to make it dirty or to touch it here and there with their dirty hands. That's why all my monks and nuns have to wear gloves when they come to my private quarters and wear socks, clean, before they step in my room or my private tent, even to clean around or to help me to fix some things. Because that is the only place where I'm absolutely sure of cleanliness and privacy. I love cleanliness, I love privacy. It's only because of you that I sacrifice everything. I can tell you that when I want to shed tears. Because I have nowhere to hide in this world. Except that place. Therefore, if I forbid you to come near, you must understand. I need some time, rest, to recuperate, in order to go out to serve you again. Not that I have anything reserved for my personal comfort. I have to keep my body in order, because it's very sensitive to any illness and any abuse of this world. So I have to keep it in a clean, good condition, just to serve you. But some people don't understand this. You understand how much I have to suffer or not? I don't know what other masters feel. I can only tell you what I feel. Because each one sometimes is different. Maybe other masters, they don't care so much about cleanliness or privacy. Maybe they love the publicity. They love the people. They love the crowd. I don't know. I'm not. I'm a very shy and private person from birth, from childhood. I didn't have many friends. All the so-called friends I have because they stick to me. They loved me, but not that I seek them. Everywhere I go, I'm very shy. When I was with my husband, we hardly spoke anything sometimes. And when I heard him talking to his friends so eloquently, and his friend conversed with him so freely and so abundantly, and I sat there and envious, feeling sorry that I didn't know how to speak with him more. I said, how can I speak with him hours? I cannot. I hope that you understand what I say. There's nothing private for me, nothing that I reserve for me, nothing I call mine. Just that 1/4 is my bed, my tent is for me. But even that, sometimes I have no privacy, because the monks also share with me the place, but they know how to keep away, and that's okay. It's all right to live around me, provided you understand my need of privacy. It's not that I keep everything for myself. The place, the beautiful place you came up to, all the monks live around also. But they respect. They live their lives, and I live mine. Except when we want to be together, that's okay. It's just that most people don't understand privacy, because I'm always in public. And whenever I retreat to my bed, my sleeping quarter, I wish to be completely private and alone. And that is all. Not that I want everything for myself and forbid you to come and all that. I give you enough of my time and energy whenever I have. All right? I'm sorry to complain. Any questions? Huh? But I had to say it once, huh? Once for all the time. Just don't get near where I tell you not to. And that's all, okay? You don't understand this maybe because you're not always in the public eye. You don't understand the feeling that people need privacy. But if you live in America, you would understand, because American people, they respect privacy and they guard their privacy very dearly. Is that not so? So you should learn this from them. I told you already this morning. Do you have any question before going home?
When you come back.
When I come back, God knows. I don't know yet. I probably leave tomorrow. But I don't even know for sure. Okay? So I think you all leave today. If any news, we'll let you know again. All right? Tonight, huh? Or you want to stay? Somebody stay? And it's okay. You stay in your tent? You have tent? It's all right there? And you two all in, not afraid? Okay. And other people go home? Yeah? Be happy where you are. Do your duty. And we finish, we pay off the debt we owe this world, and then honestly we go. A practitioner should be honest. We say everything comes from God, that is for sure. That is for sure. But God needs good instruments, and the people who work for us are good instruments. We have to be also one of them. Otherwise the world goes back to where it used to be. Living in caves and eating flesh and blood and all that, without any civilization and order. We still don't have much civilization nowadays compared to other ages and other planets, but still it's better than before, huh? A little bit better, huh? So we try to keep it or improve it by our contribution. We cannot let it go backward now. We have to only go forward. And if we put our effort in, then it goes forward. Is that not so? And the practitioners of enlightened beings should put even more effort, huh? In every way, to lead human beings into a better future. Even if we don't stay here very long. Yes, ma'am?
You mentioned about teaching at one time.
Yes.
And
Mention about what?
teaching this morning.
Teaching?
In the classroom, and difficulty dealing with children sometimes. In New Jersey, there is an arrangement by which each district, they have 600 local school districts that they pay just for their own schools. And the governor is attempting to change that because there are some that don't have adequate funds. And there is a big objection to it.
Don't have what?
Adequate funds, tax money. How do you convince the people who have the money that they have any obligation to anybody else?
Not enough money.
Who has not enough money?
Usually the large cities, most of the large cities in the state, do not have enough funds for proper schools. And those suburban districts that do have enough money want the money just to go to their local schools, and they don't want it to go into the cities.
Well, if they only have enough to support themselves, of course you cannot expect them. Or do they have extra?
They have more, I would say the governor and others feel they have more than enough in the suburbs. And he is attempting to have it spread out into the cities. And many feel that it's not their obligation to take care of people in another town.
Yeah, which doesn't belong to their town. Yeah,
Yes.
I understand.
How do you deal with that attitude?
Well, they forgot that they all belong to America, no? How can I convince the Americans that they belong to America? If you, the Americans, cannot convince them, I am a foreigner. Convince them that they are Americans, that they belong to American society, and that everything that goes into the American society benefits all the Americans in the American society. Convince them. Remind them who they are and where they live. Everything affects the whole country, or at least affects the whole county, affects them. They should know that, okay? Write a poem, write a newspaper article, go on TV, do what is necessary in your power. If I'm a foreigner, come here and tell them what to do, they kill me. You're welcome. Anything else? No? Then I take leave of you, huh? I wish you all the best for the week to come and the days to come and the years to come. Maybe we meet each other again in Taiwan or somewhere. Okay? Maybe I will go to another state tomorrow or next day, I don't know yet, okay? So you will hear from me, alright? And if you don't, well, it's no problem. You hear it. No? You always hear from me, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. You want to ask question?
Excuse me, the new disciples were initiated yesterday. We never got our popcorns. I understand it was supposed to be blessed by the master.
I bless you with my breath, with my look, with my touch, with my talk. What do you need popcorn?
Thank you very much.
What do you need popcorn for?
Well, I was told that the popcorn was very special. You're supposed to eat only one in an hour.
One in an hour? Then how many popcorns you need a year? I have to build a mountain for you. Who tells you all this nonsense? This is only a token of love. It's traditional in India. Some rice and some corn will help them. And it's a token of love between master and disciples. So when you eat that, you remember the master and you meditate 1 hour. But not each hour you eat one popcorn. It's not. It's not for chronic disease. Or oh my God. I will spend all my money on popcorn.
I read some articles in one of your books that one disciple had some kind of testimony that her husband had a heart attack, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital, and so in an emergency she gave him 3 popcorns, and he was okay. The next day, she said normally he looked really bad after a real bad attack, and usually he had to go to hospital, but that time it was in the middle of the night, it was very late. So she said, just try these and try the master's popcorns. And after the 3 magical popcorns, he was okay. And he's...
That's what she said. How do you believe somebody else is saying?
It's printed in one of your books.
Well, they print what they want, no? The disciples, they print what they want.
Well, she said that, the next day, normally he looked real bad after an attack or whatever. And she said he looked quite normal.
She shouldn't do that.
Well, I guess in an emergency.
Emergency. We always have emergency. One breathes in and doesn't breathe out, you have emergency already. All right, go and get the popcorn if you have it. I don't know if we have them. We bought all the popcorn in America since I came here. I don't know if they still grow corn in America. Next time when I come, then you have to grow your own corn and skin them and then roast them and give them to me, and then I give them back to you. It's complicated. Or do you have land in your house? Grow some corn. Yeah? Oh, you see that? They corned me. They corned me. They corned me, see? All right. Who doesn't have, come? Only one, huh? Is it good? Keep long time?
Thank you very much.
Yeah?
I'm going to save it.
It's keep long time? Can keep, huh?
Yes.
Keep in a good jar, huh?
Thank you.
Very tasty. No wonder you like them. How much does it cost outside? $1? 50 cents. And you know how much money it is here? No wonder I have to build toilets myself. Save money for popcorn. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. It costs a lot, huh? You have to feed the whole population of America. Hey. Wow. With popcorn. Oh, it's nice. Oh, like this I get fat. Hey, you had already, no? Didn't? Come. You only eat this when you're in difficulty, okay? In trouble, or physical discomfort. When you eat one, you meditate 1 hour. Eat 2 hours. Eat the whole lot and don't get up. Có tiền để bán không? Cái này không có cho bậy bạ nha không? Don't give it to people at random. It's only for you. If you give it to non-initiated people and they eat and they have trouble, don't blame me, huh? Diarrhea, fever, or anything. Or spinning head, because the karma spins so fast. And they cannot bear it sometimes. Some people love to live next to me, very close to the oven, and then they get hot and then run. It's not easy to live next to the oven, huh? If you want warmth, live a little bit further. You get too near, you get burned. Get burned, huh? That's why I cannot keep attendance very long. They change all the time because they get burnt. They burn so fast. They get better and improve, but sometimes burn. Cannot bear it because the karma works out so fast and they cannot bear it sometimes. Why you look at this floor all the time? What blessing is down there? They drill my floors with their eyes and make holes in it. You respect me, but don't be slave, okay? Yeah. Respect the master, but don't make a slave out of yourself. Huh? Always look forward. Huh? Don't be scared of me. I'm the most loving person. The best. Believe it. Believe it and you'll be surprised. That is true.
Can I get one for my son? He was initiated yesterday.
Okay. You get it again?
I didn't get it yet.
I thought you're going to lose weight. You complain that you couldn't sit on the floor because of your
Any problem?
stomach. Yeah? I see all of you have different pictures of me on your breast. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fix the tooth.
The tooth?
Yeah. I like your hair. Very cute. Take how long? Make it?
20 minutes.
20 minutes only? Oh, really? And how long to destroy it? Thank your master. I only love you for his sake. Your master was beautiful. Darshan Singh, huh? Yes. Kupang was beautiful. All the masters are beautiful in their way, huh? And I like your wet look also.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
How about dry look?
This is the real thing.
Yeah? Oh, it's a real
My
thing.
mother and father.
Oh, very cool, man. Any more? Finished? No more? The old ones who don't have can come. Yeah, you can. Yes. All right, don't fall down. Oh, no advertisement, please. It's all right. If they want to bore into my cement floor. I like your voice, but not your songs. Oh, how come they are black and white popcorn? You're making a joke. I want to make a joke on you. In China, we have a legend, about the black and the white. When you say black and white in China or Vietnam, they understand it as the messenger of death. One is black, one is white. I don't know why. It must be one black, one white. They must make a joke. When you die, the black and white are supposed to come and take you, both of them. Hey, you don't want it, huh? Come here. You strive, children. Strive. Huh? Remember? No.
Thank you, Mister.
Welcome. Try to concentrate and get the full blessing out of it, and then you can use it for any few you want. Otherwise, you come and get no blessing and just bring all the karma. Karma you always have anywhere. No need to bring it here. Okay? Nothing more? No questions? Then go. Go with blessing, but go. Go when it's not yet dark. You can see the road.
I need to arrange somebody transportation for anyone maybe.
Okay. No, you can do it. I leave. Thank you, the good ones, and thank the lousy ones. All right. Love you and leave you, huh? Try to better yourself in every way. Goodbye.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.